Hello and welcome to Prospectors. I am Lemur, and today we are going to be covering alliances, railways, and premium account subscriptions. Remember, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. Now that you're almost ready for free life within Prospectors, today we'll talk about a couple of services that could be useful for you and your entrepreneur. These services are alliances, railways, and premium account subscriptions. Alliances is a great way to continue making your business stronger. This is a group of people that decide to work together towards common goals and achievements, and maybe even working on trading resources amongst each other. As in, you might have a tool shop, someone might have an ore mine, and you can all work together in order to make yourself stronger and make more money. Now, let's go ahead and talk about alliances within the game. So you can see here, you can click on alliances. And as you see, I do not have an alliance myself. So we're going to go ahead and try to join one. Specifically, I already have one set up with someone that they're going to go ahead and accept me into it. And all you do is you hit join. When it says so, it says it'll request to join the alliance, and then it'll be an admin to accept your membership. Now, before we hit join on that, I want to cover the create option. Create, you can go ahead and modify your alliance in any way. So we're just going to go ahead and do happy place right there. And you can see that once we have it there, we can pick a color. So maybe it's this black one. And then there is a creation price. And then you can go ahead and create your alliance. Now, I don't want to have to go ahead and create one. As I said, I already have someone to join it. So I'm going to hit join on Gorn, hit join, and then simply you're going to see your request will go in. Now that my request has gone in, we'll go ahead and get an approval and show you what it looks like from the inside of an alliance. Now that we've been accepted, we can go ahead and take a look at that we're in there. All you do is go to the top right, click on your name, and you can see that you are now a part of the alliance. This also gives you your level and all the other great stuff that you have about your account. So we're over here on my plot, and I just want to show you how to go ahead and create an order within your alliance. It's the same way as you would go before, and you go ahead and hit create order, and maybe you do one per piece, but you can click right here and hit alliance only. It'll pop up with the alliances, and then simply your alliance people can do the work for you. In many cases, some people might have an extra worker that they're willing to throw your way. They'll do labor cheaper, or possibly say, hey, I'll help you if you help me when the time comes, and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a great way to find new ways to work with people and work as a team. Now, if you decide you don't like that alliance, all you simply have to do is go into the alliance webpage, you click on it, right, the dots right next to it, and then hit a leave alliance, and you'll simply be allowed to leave the alliance and then go join any alliance that you wish once the loading page goes through, and then simply just go ahead and find the next one. Now that we're back on the main map, we can have a conversation about the railroad. Specifically, you go here to -1, and you click on it, and you have access to a railway. Now, this railway is to connect Grandland to Yukon and Yukon to Wild West and back and forth. This will allow you to transport goods across those maps in order to bring them to the other maps. However, as a note, gold is not one of those options. Now, how does this rail yard work? Specifically, what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you can go ahead and grab resources out of your storage that's at -1. As a note, once again, -1 is a storage that you have and everyone has access to, no matter if you own a plot or not, that you can put resources in there and store them. As you see here, there's simply 10,000 kilograms that you have per train. The train leaves at specific times, and you can see this one's going for Yukon in 5 hours and 27 minutes. And as you see in here, you can see what the cost is that they're paying per kilogram of the items they're moving and what they're moving back and forth. As you see here, it can hold all the items that you could possibly ever want. You can put everything in there except for gold. Now, as a note, if you are over the line and there's too many resources going on the train, you will go on the next available train. It is categorized by the price per kilogram when it comes down to what you're paying. The more you pay, the more likely you are to get onto that train. Now, as a note, if you have a partial load that would fit on that train at the price point that would be there, it will take your entire load, not just part of that entire load. So as in, if you have it right now, and I wanted to put in 2,000 kilograms of something, it would technically fit on this train because it still partially fits on the end of the train capacity. So that is an option that you have if you want to use it to transport resources between the two maps, or even if you want to, because you have separate workers on Yukon, transport some of those resources over to Grandland or back and forth wherever your production is happening. These trains will depart every 12 hours. As a note, it's twice per day, once at 00 UTC and the other at 1200 UTC. Now that we've talked about alliances and railways, it's time to talk about the premium account subscription and why it's important to get for prospectors. You already know what that is. Let's go ahead and jump over to our account tab, or A on the right. And what you're going to see is premium. Now, as this table shows, this is the difference between regular and premium. Your purchase limits go from 10 to 25. Your sales limits go to 25 also, along with orders and active jobs at a location. So if you have like a gold mine, you can have 25 people working instead of 16. But some of the biggest points here that you're going to have is you get a certificate, which is a thing that allows you, after you get premium, to have more time. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. It eliminates your capcation. And then on top of it, your workers' energy, your max energy is higher, and how fast they return energy is even faster. So if you see here, you get 420 points per minute versus 2 points per minute on energy restoration, and you can have up to 420 points. That means you can work up to 8 hours roughly, and you get those 8 hours back almost in a minute. So basically, you can just go ahead and send your worker right back into work. So if you have a big project coming up and you want to go ahead and jump into it, you can buy your premium at $20 per month. Now, let's talk about what that certificate is. A certificate is something you get either after you've owned the premium subscription for 1 month, or you could purchase it for gold if you haven't already bought the premium subscription. This certificate allows you to have more time for energy and faster energy gains when it comes to your workers. Specifically, I am currently on the certificate, not premium. And what that looks like is if I hit this little energy reload button, you see I have 300 minutes versus 60 minutes. That means my workers can work for 5 hours rather than 1 hour, and then the energy rate comes back is just as quick. So basically, I get it about 3 works per day, maybe 2 depending on what it is, but that's about a total of 15 hours with energy gains coming back. But that's going to be it for our Prospectors tutorial series. I hope these have helped you along the way. If they have, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Please give this video a thumbs up, and as always, leave a comment down below, and welcome to Prospectors.